where did I put that wrench? Hot, well, that's going to need to be replaced. Oh, it's you. Apologies on the display there. Come on, now don't laugh. I just about burned myself there. Came looking for me then? Well, as you can see, we've got the castle running again, but I'm afraid she isn't up to her best just yet. It's going to be a lot of patch jobs before we can use her like the old days. You want to help? Oh, I appreciate that, though there's not much left to do. Although, you are free to stand there and look pretty, though, while I grab the grate and put it back into place. Yes, there. It's just my second-degree burns and the small concussion talking. Don't mind me. All right, there we are. That'll keep things going for the time being. Power where it's needed and all that. Oh, ye gods, but climbing in an engine is thirsty work. I could do for a cool down, a good stretch, and perhaps a cup of tea. Would you care to join me? You will? Splendid. No, I apologize. I'd offer my arm, but as you can see, it's coated in grease, sweat, and who knows what else from the machines. You don't mind? Oh, here now, then. I don't know who is being more gallant, me for offering my arm, or you for accepting it, in the state that it's in. Oh, mind your step there. That panel's loose. Oh, here we are, the kitchens. Or what's left of them. Look around for a kettle. You'll know it when you see it. It was a terrific surprise seeing you and the rest of our merry band of returners again. I admit I wasn't sure what to do when I saw you. I hadn't given up hope. Our misfits in Motley are too stubborn to die from an airship being ripped asunder. There was at least a 95% chance they all survived. Well, a 95% chance for everyone but you. You, I knew, would make it. Neither airship falling apart nor the world ending would stop you, I think. Oh, you found it! Excellent! Now you'll get to see one of the world's modern marvels. This kettle can heat water to boiling in under a minute, if it still functions. Let's see, just get this back in here, and add the water in there, and start the clock. So, how is the end of the world treating you? I'm sorry, that was crass. I just never thought we'd be here. With everyone working together, I suppose I believed, foolishly at that we'd win. Strike at the heart of the Empire, stop their march, and arrest those at fault. How could I have been so childish as to believe... Saved by the kettle. What did I tell you? Less than a minute. You can set your watch by it. Just one more display of Figaro engineering, and no Magitech to be seen. Shall we take this up to the parapets? I'd offer cream and sugar to go with your tea, but I imagine whatever was here is long since lost its appeal. Right then, just up that ladder there. You first. What? You're not afraid of heights after all of this, are you? What do you mean? Love, I am wounded. I happen to want you to go first, since I am carrying a kettle of boiling water, and I don't want any accidents to happen. The view while I climb up behind you is entirely secondary and incidental. There now. This is better than the engine room by a mile, at least in the sake of coolness. Here, this is a good spot. What do you mean? What did I do after the fall? I already told you all. Or were you so excited to see me you didn't bother paying attention? I wandered for a long time. Though even before meeting those ruffians and donning my disguise. I was looking for Sabin, for the other returners, for you. And now here you and everyone are, Sabin in tow, and healthy, and... Again, I apologize that there's no cream or sugar. I'm afraid we'll have to take our tea Narshan style. You're too kind. Standing here next to a king without a kingdom, a machinist with barely any machines, at least we have this view. Look at it, expanding out for miles. Sand, sand, more sand, until it meets the sky. On nights like this, it always felt like I was standing on the edge of the world, the last man on the last thing humanity would ever build, even before that madman built his tower and put himself on top of everything. But then the sun would rise, and all that loneliness would go away. There, see? That's where it'll come up, unless Kefka's somehow managed to ruin sunrises as well. And when it does, the desert stops being a void and becomes a canvas. Rose colors, pinks and oranges you'll never see anywhere else. If you like, we can stay here and watch together. Splendid. Ah, I'm sorry, I didn't notice your hand there. No, really, I didn't. I may be a handsome, genius, and gallant king, but Is that my ring on your finger? You kept this? I don't suppose you're wearing it just because it was the safest place to stow it until you could return it to me, are you? Oh, you mean to keep it? I'm glad to hear that. Because when I put it on your finger, as the ship fell apart, I meant every word that I said. Oh, but your hands are getting cold in this desert air. I imagine the rest of you is too. Here, take my cloak. You want me to wear it? Ah, I see. Well, if you don't mind being bundled up next to me after I was spat out of a engine, then who am I to tell you no? I was afraid I wouldn't see you again. Afraid because I wanted to show you the canvas of the desert someday. To sit here with you and tell you the way you make me feel. How you've made an honest king, no, an honest man out of me. Who would have thought that I'd be here with you, at the end of the world looking to the horizon? But no, it isn't the end, is it? With you here, it isn't the end, no matter what that madman in his tower thinks. Your hair is as soft as I remember it. I've missed you. Ah, here comes the dawn, rosy fingers and all. And here comes my dramatic confession. I love you. No matter what happens, whether or not we succeed in tearing down that tower, I want you to know that I love you. You love me too, then. Splendid.